what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Dylan. Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully each and every single one of you are feeling fine and fantastic. We're joined by the one and only Tanya.
Hi.
Yes, guys, and if Tanya leans here, she's in my screen, all right? We're in the same room. We're just doing it this way because it's a bit more professional. Tanya's not really being professional at the moment, but hey, it is what it is. That's Tanya for you, ladies and gentlemen. So she's not so profesh. But
I'm weird, okay?
exactly, but we're all weird. We're all weird. So we're going to be watching SS Rajamouli doing an interview type of thing. It is called RRR director Rajamouli breaks down the Oscar-nominated Naatu Naatu scene by Vanity Fair. Now, this was on the home page. This and other videos have been requested over on Patreon, guys. You have to be on the requested tiers over on Patreon to request the videos as well. Just remember that. And the movies. The movies are exclusively for Patreon. And then you get an option whether you want it to have it on YouTube or not, guys. It's just the way it is. It's the way it always has been. So, with that being said, let's jump straight into this. Hopefully you guys do enjoy it. Let us know in the comment section down below. Now let's rock and roll. Let's do it. Let's dance.
I've seen this song many times. I sometimes watch it on YouTube or go to the streaming platforms and watch the song again. I was worried that I wouldn't give you the notes and I myself will keep watching this song again. Hello, this is SS Rajamouli. I'm the director of Telugu language Indian film RRR, and I'm so happy to be here to give you the notes on the scene, notes on the song Naatu Naatu. The first thing that comes to me when we talk about Naatu Naatu is the location itself. It was shot in Kiev, actually the presidential palace. This was actually supposed to happen in India, but because it was monsoon time then, so we were trying to scout the locations and we found this and I really loved it. And then they told me it's the presidential palace. I thought, oh, maybe then I have to look for another location. But
that's why in Kiev it was blocked. When I uploaded it, I said blocked in Kiev. Okay, so now I know why. Now I know why a lot of locations when you upload the music videos, they're blocked in those locations.
No. This is Ukraine. You can get the job done, and so thankful for the Ukrainian team. The colors of the palace, the size of the palace, the size of the ground for the dancers to be there was the exact right size. Because we are talking about Kyiv, awesome. The beautiful thing about the song that many tend not to notice are the background dancers. If you look here, the bunch here, all of them are not extras, all of them are dancers. And if you can see how the men are not comfortable with this, two Indian guys taking their scene over, but the girls are really enjoying the steps. You can see all of them are perfectly enacting the scene before their turn comes when they have to dance. I was really surprised that the level of professionalism the dancers there in Ukraine had. Really loved working with them. The choreographer Prem Rakshit, he has worked with me before, he has worked with Charan before, he has worked with Tarak before. He gave one of the most memorable numbers for both of them. He knows their style, exactly what their body language is. He exactly knows what their fans expect out of them. Here, he has a very difficult job because here both the actors have to dance together. Each of them have their own style, but he has to find out a style which will suit both of them as a dancing style which would be not complicated, because I also wanted him to figure out steps which people would like to do for themselves. So it should be nice. It shouldn't be too difficult. It should suit the style of both the actors, and it should be fantastic. Quite a number of instructions, and he has come up with, you wouldn't believe it, more than 100 variations for this 3/4 signature.
Yeah, right.
Naatu 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 for that line. I remember he sent me the video. It was going on and on and on and on, and I had difficult time picking up the best 3/4 variations for this style. So the first credit to Prem.
And I think that's what makes this music video so special. It's just how much time and effort it would have taken to choreograph all that into in like you got to realize everyone was on point for every little bit of this music video. It wasn't the music video itself; the whole movie itself was sensational, and the other music videos in there. But this one, there were so many people they had to have the right body tone, the right body language. Everything had to be perfect for this music video to be perfect, and I think that's why it's been nominated for an Oscar because there's not too many faults inside of this. Yeah, you got what he said. You got the people in the background, the dudes being pissed off because they're seeing these two Indians taking over from them, showing them up as being white males. Yeah, I, I, I found it special.
But even if you pause when these two are dancing, if you pause it at any point, like I don't know, you feel like okay, I pause now, or I pause now, I pause now. They have the exact same pose.
Correct. Yeah.
They stop and they have the arms on the same place, hands on the same place, same facial expression. They have like the precision in their movements. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's why when he said it had to be a dance that wasn't too difficult, excuse me, I tried to do that and I'll break my leg. That how fast they were dancing and they were on point with every
That's what I was about to
single
say, yeah.
movement. They were dancing super fast.
How fast it was. Yeah.
But they were on point, like it's like they were clones. They were doing at the same exact time. That was crazy to me.
And and here's an example right here where we've just
Yeah,
paused
yeah,
it
yeah.
right now. You see what Rajamouli was trying to do here, yeah? The girls are where? They're behind the two Indians and the boys are on this side.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So the girls are showing, hey, we're against what you're doing to these poor two Indians, yeah?
But even look at them. They have the same expression
Correct.
on their face.
Yeah.
Look at their hands.
Yep.
It's
Correct.
it's unbelievable, honestly.
Of this nonsense! You two, out!
No, Jake, I've had enough of your...
No, Jake, I've had enough. Naatu 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 Naatu.
This for me
It's crazy.
is the best step in the entire song. The costume designer Rama, who also happens to be my wife, she didn't give the costumes like a song because it was supposed to be a scene. She gave the
There you go.
costume like a scene, and when Prem saw the dress and he saw the suspenders, he said, "Can I use the suspenders?" She said, "Okay." He composed a couple of steps, and he said, "If the suspenders are too tight, they can't be doing it so easily. It has to be a little bit loose for the dance step." So it was Prem's idea to bring the suspenders
There
in.
we go.
But the funny thing is, like, they had the loose suspenders only for this particular shot. Before and after it were tight suspenders.
Tighter.
And just in the before shot, when Jenny, she pulls the suspenders and gives it and says, "Go," the suspenders were actually the tight suspenders and across their chest, and they had a
That
wince on their face, but they
Yeah.
were smiling until I said
That would have
cut.
bloody
And the
hurt.
moment I said cut, they were like walking away in pain. Even for them, this was the most difficult step, doing all the things on the top, the suspenders moving and sliding. Right foot also has to go
That's
to the
crazy.
side
Yeah.
and come as they're sliding. I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
say the genius of the choreographer. When I instructed him, I told him, yes, for the audience, this is a song, this is fun, they're dancing and everything. But for the story, it is actually a fight scene because it starts off with on a bad note. An English guy is coming and insulting them, humiliating them. But both of them are there on a purpose. They cannot really do a fist fight and blow their cover off. It moves into a kind of competition. You're seeing a song, you're seeing a dance, but in effect, you're getting the emotion of a fight. So that's the instruction that I gave Prem. That's what I needed. You see their body language, how they're standing, how their body movement is. It looks like a fight. That's how brilliant Prem is. Sindhil, my cinematographer, this is my 8th film with him. Initially, he shows me what kind of tone that he's looking at for this particular film. He'll give me 2 or 3 references, and then I don't meddle with the lighting or the tonality of the film. My production designer, Sabu, he had a lot of idea on how colonial India was, what the properties were, what the costume colors were. He had a lot of ideas, so he was really rushing through Kiev to find the right kinds of properties and all these flower arrangements. Sabu was sitting there with the art director there, and he was particularly telling this color should come at the bottom, this color should come at the top, and he was really putting all his effort
Perfection.
into it, and
Perfection.
Cyril was there to look at. So I don't look at that at all. My job is to see whether my actors are doing the step the correct way that I want to, their expression is perfect or not. That's the only job I look at it. We were shooting in the presidential palace, like I said, and here is the parliament. Parliament of Ukraine. I was so shocked. I asked my line producer there, is it okay to shoot a song on a full volume right by the side of the parliament in front of the presidential palace? He said, yeah, fine. No problem. Go ahead. Only thing is, it will be in actual metallic in color. In post, we made it like a lime plastered. One more point is all the background musicians who are holding the clarinets, the violins, and all that stuff. They are also actual musicians. I wanted them to be musicians because they hold the violin properly, they hold the clarinet properly, and all that. I asked Anna, is that okay? Can I place the musicians there? Is it okay for them to just stand there and act, not actually play? And okay, no problem. Go ahead.
చేలు సిటికెలేసేలా ఎప్పారం సాగినట్టు కాలు సింధు తొక్కేలా దుమ్మారం రేగినట్టు ఒళ్ళు చెమట పట్టేలా వీరంగం చేసినట్టు నా పాట చూడు నా పాట చూడు.
This is the step.
Now, if you're thinking about this, for everything that's happening in Ukraine, this music video actually must be something special for the Ukrainians too, because it's showcasing their country in such a beautiful, amazing, incredible song that this is. Just think about it. In the future, if Ukraine still exists, hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. What a thing to put out to show to tourists to come. It's just a shame that everything that's happened now, that they can't use it as a tourist attraction.
I know.
Because it would be used as a tourist attraction
for
right
sure.
now. 100%.
Yeah.
It's a shame. It is a shame.
Like on TikTok or all the social media platforms where everyone was trying to do, whether it's friends, brothers, mother and daughter, husband and wife, everyone were doing the step and posting on the social media, which really, really went viral and helped the film gain the popularity a lot.
Este Día del Padre regala el cuidado número 1.
I like that effect. I mean, it's not new. It has been used many times where the track goes forward and we zoom back. So the artists are always occupying the full frame, but the background really comes forward. Initially, we tried moving it around, but we are losing the essence of the step. So we used this one, just track forward and zoom back.
భూమి దత్తరిల్లేలా ఒంటిలోని రగతమంత రంకలేసి ఎగిరేలా ఏసే రోయకాయకి నాటు నాటు నాటు.
This is where the nightmare started for the costumers. From
With
a
all the
solid
dirt.
ground, we moved on to a place where it was dusty. I wanted the dust to fly.
Yeah.
But the costumes were made with such a delicate material, and we were making them do the Naatu Naatu step in the dust with this dress, and the dress were getting really, really dirty and spoiled. The costumers had to make 2 dresses, 3 dresses, and every day after the shoot, they had to go and clean them very delicately. It's not that you can put them in a washing machine and take them out. They had to be hand cleaned properly. So after long working
That's
hours,
crazy.
working 8 hours a day, the costumers were taking
A lot
the
went
dresses
into it
and
there.
cleaning them properly and doing it again.
That's crazy.
I really like to go lengthy takes. I don't like to cut in between. Here I had a long discussion with my editor on having this group coming into a formation. The idea is like all the guys are with Jake and all the girls are with Ram and Beam, and I
what I
wanted
said.
this mixed crowd to separate into the girls coming behind Ram and Beam and the boys coming behind Jake. It was clearly established in the top angle shot. For me, it would have been nice if this entire thing was in one single shot. So you can see all the girls coming from the mixed position, and you see from the mixed position all the boys going here. And at the same time, we see Jake is moving this way and Ram and Beam are moving towards this way. It was very well choreographed. But the editor said the punch would be nice if we cut it into 3 or 4 cuts. Well, sometimes even the director, you have to give in to your technicians. I must have seen this song many times. Not just on the
I gathered
editing
that.
level. Even after the release, I sometimes watch it on YouTube or go to the streaming platforms and watch the song again. I watched the background dancers. I became a fan of these guys. You can see they are really acting like pros. They are not just dancing, but they had to do the steps wrong sometimes, and they have to express that they are not doing it properly and collapse one by one. I like each and every dancer here. This guy, how they were performing, and you should also see the girls, how Jenny goes back and he pulls her again, the expressions, how the girl just falls down. They're tired, but still really enjoying it. This girl, I think it's a very beautiful frame by Sindhil. He got that dark dressed girl in the foreground, whereas the action is happening in the background. One of the inspirations for
As
me for
pictures,
this kind of
they
frames
look
is,
beautiful
it's a
too.
completely different
As a picture?
thing. In 10 Commandments, when the sea is parting, there is a shot of 3 ladies watching what is happening in front of them, and the arrangement is like a painting. It's not exactly like that, but a kind of inspiration is from there. And look at the guy's expression when Jake falls down. These guys are literally perfect. Tarak and Sharon are really exceptionally good dancers. I always feel dance is not about how acrobatic you are, how perfectly you can do your steps.
That's the
There
passion.
are 2 important things. One is that you should really enjoy your dance. Only then can audience really get the
Correct.
enjoyment out of your dance. And second thing is, like, in every moment on the dance, you are conveying something to the audience, some kind of emotion. They really infused that energy. They're conveying that even though we are humiliated by you, we have this weapon of giving it back to you. Quite a subtle and difficult emotion to portray, but these 2 guys nailed it. So the Indians have won. Actually, the story is over, but we know that N.T. Ramarao and Ram Charan are 2 top heroes, commercial heroes, and the fans would love to see them compete against each other. They
So
continue the
that
dance,
I was
looking
wondering
at
why
each
they
other
did
like,
that.
Okay, we defeated them. What
Now
about
we're
you
going
and
at each other. I was wondering why they did that.
That wow expression of Jenny is the best. There are countless messages, memes, everything saying that the entire audience expression towards the song is exactly that. And when this shot was made, the dust really flew. Everyone in the unit were coming into the tent and like peeking in, looking in, can we say that again? Can we play this again? This was the shot that everyone really loved. She's rooting for Beam Akhtar at that point of time, and he sees that Jenny is in love with Akhtar and he loses. being his innocent self. He doesn't get it. He continues dances and he finishes it. For me, Naatu Naatu, one of the reasons why I think it is such a hit is not just because of the music, not just because of the dance, because there is a beautiful story in itself. The entire story of RRR is within that 10 minutes of Naatu Naatu lead scene and the complete song. No one in America or across the world really knows the meaning of the lyrics, but it is the catchiness of the lyric, the way the flows. I think that is the credit should be given to Chandra Bose, the lyricist. We had a blast shooting it. We had a blast enjoying the audiences having the blast. Thank you everyone for who were involved in Naatu Naatu.
Wow.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. I mean, this just goes to show you as well, right? Right, so this goes to show you, right? If you put the time and effort, yes, I understand there was money involved in this too, yeah. Because that music video, there was plenty of money pumped into it, because you had to hire all those people. Yeah. I understand that. But if you put the time and effort to the little tiny bits of details into your music videos, into your movies, then people can appreciate it and people will see these sorts of things, yeah? And I feel like not enough credit is given to people who make movies, let alone music videos, but movies in general, and how difficult it is to make one.
Yeah. No,
It's one of the
totally agree.
most difficult professions in the world. So when people perfect it, they're lauded because, for me, Naatu just shows you that if you can pay attention to everything that you're doing and putting effort and trying to give someone a masterpiece, then the rewards will follow. And for me, I think Naatu and RRR in general was the example for that.
Absolutely. I mean, when you watch this music, well, not just this music video, but any music video, the only thing you see basically is the actors dancing. That's what you focus on.
Yeah.
But you don't realize how much time and effort there's behind it.
Yeah.
For those 4 minutes that you've watched, there's months and months of work. For only 4 minutes. Everything he was talking about, even the flowers, the arrangement of the flowers, this color first, then this 1 second, everything, every single little detail.
Correct.
Takes so much time to find this, try to find and also because it's a film from the past, you can use things from the modern world. You have to actually look for things from the past. You know what I mean? Objects, then and to make everything look like it's not filmed in the present.
Correct. Yeah.
And you have to actually look for images, pictures, how things were back in the day, try to copy it into the present world, trying to make it look as similar as possible.
Yeah.
Once you have that, then you have to make all the actors dance or act in the same way so it looks real. And that's hours and hours of practicing and the dance, the two main actors to dance together exactly the same steps. That's so difficult.
Yeah, and to follow instructions
crazy.
as much as they did. I mean, like the little details, like the suspenders as well.
Exactly,
I mean,
everything.
Just bloody incredible.
From the clothes to the background to just everything. It's crazy.
At the time, I didn't even think about the suspenders being that loose too. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
At the time, you see, so.
No, I mean it's one of the best songs I've ever seen. When it comes to performance.
When it comes to performance, yeah,
and
sure.
also it's one of those songs that whenever you're feeling a little bit like, I don't know, low, you play it.
You want to be energized.
And it gives you all the energy. You're like, okay, now I can go and do this and that. You know what I mean?
When you want to think that you can dance as well, you can throw that on. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's that right there, ladies and gentlemen. So I think that was a brilliant video. That was a brilliant video. More of those videos should be made too with a lot of Indian actors because now Vanity just exposed Rajamouli to the world, yeah, and in a good way.
Yeah, of course.
And it was magnificent because you got to hear a little bit more in-depth detail of him talking about the music video itself. And that's what I've been saying. More and more Indian directors and Indian musicians, Indian actors, actresses, producers, everything. Yeah, like everything to do with Indian cinema. People should be trying to be out there and throw themselves out there more on social media, being careful where you go to, but on social media and all these platforms to try and give more exposure to the Indian industry. And
Yeah.
I feel like that was brilliant by Rajamouli. I'm happy he did that. Absolutely happy he did that.
Yeah.
Because it just goes to show you that the Indian cinema has risen.
No.
It has risen, and I feel like in the last 8 years, it's risen massively internationally. Yeah, internationally in the last 8 years. So
Yeah, and it's just that. I mean, people have to start seeing Indian cinema as
and they are now. People are
something
slowly
more
starting to-
like better than they actually think it
Correct.
is. You know what I mean?
And someone was saying in the comment section that a couple of them, some Americans, like a lot of Americans, were saying that this movie was about two gay people, and I'm like, what the hell are they on about? Yeah. Someone said in the comment section, I was like, huh? And I went and researched it, and apparently a couple of articles said it. I was like, that's typical America. That's typical America trying to downgrade people like that. They're trying to downgrade things like that. That's what America does.
That's why I don't believe anything that I read. I go and research it before I actually
what?
believe
about
it.
two gay people? It's got nothing to do with that. It's
No.
about friendship,
Yeah,
brotherhood. Like, what the
Yeah.
hell? Like, anyway,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Apparently, two men shaking hands now and two mans being friends is gay. So there you go.
Okay.
There you go. Apparently, me and all my mates back in the day were gay. So there you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Crazy.
Anyway, hopefully you guys did enjoy that. Let us know in the comment section down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts and opinion as always. Don't forget to drop a big thumbs up and stay tuned for more videos coming your way. Alright, bye guys. Take it easy and peace.